Today I am reading from the book Spirit of Homeopathy, book written by Dr. Rajan Sankaran, Mind section and chapter number 28, Dreams. I do not know exactly how I stumbled upon the dreams. It was not from any specific case, but at the same point, I remember asking myself what's the difference between the dream and the waking state. There is the story of Mullah who woke up and started crying. When asked why, he said, I had a horrible dream that I am a butterfly. They said, what is so horrible about it? And he said, I am confused whether it is I who had the dream of being butterfly, or am I a butterfly who is now dreaming of being me? He did not know the difference between the dreams and the state of waking, because in dreams often the very same things take place almost as they do in the waking state. Now under label, dreams reveal uncompensated feeling. After prolonged thought, I reached on conclusion, which was that in the dream most of our feeling and action are uncompensated in dream. In our waking state, most of our feelings and actions are compensated. This was the main difference as far as I could see. The reason is simple. Compensations involve an act of will. In the waking state, our feelings are also censored by the barrier between the conscious and subconsciousness. We do not allow our feeling any expression many times, even to ourselves, but in the state of sleep, when our will is not so active, the barrier is lower and our feeling and actions uh, and expression is in an uncompensated way expressed. This much understanding led me to utilize the dream, since one of our biggest problem in homeopathy is to demarcate the difference between the compensated and uncompensated symptom. It can be really difficult to know which is the compensated feeling, since the form of compensations depend on various factors like social structure, belief and rules, method of upbringing and training. I think dreaming is somewhat like going on a holiday, since in the dream things appear exactly as we like to see or feel them in the waking state. Whereas in the waking state, we do not allow ourselves to experience and react in the manner we would like to. The disease means the false perception about the situation exists in the dream as well. Disease is not only in the waking state or in a dream. Throughout. It exists throughout. But what we see in the dream are reflection of the feeling we experience towards various things, as well as our unconscious reaction to them. Now on the label, dream come closer to delusion. Since there is a little or no compensation in the dream, it will show you the situation for which the feeling and action would be appropriate. The situation in the dream comes close to the original situation from which the state comes. State means delusion comes. But the dreams will never show you the original situation itself. If we had the knowledge of the situation, even in a subconscious state, then we would be cured. But the dream shows us something very close to the situation, and it reveals our naked feeling and reaction. So when we see in the dream that our father is a devil having a horn, large teeth and blood flowing from his mouth, we react with the terror. We cannot say that this was the original situation. Of course not. But our feeling towards our father in uncompensated form and our reaction to this feeling is an uncompensated form can be seen in the dream. And we can come close to the situation from which this whole reaction and feeling must have arise. The father must have been perceived the way we show him in the dream. Not exactly that, but something like that, which occasion our feeling towards him in this manner. Okay. The situation which caused the feeling is not known, but the feeling is clear and reaction is clear. So the dream comes closer to our deep but hidden feeling. Therefore, from the dream we are able to glean the pure naked feeling and reaction. When we use this in the repertorial way and look into the remedy that has these deep refilling and pure reaction, we are very likely to come close to the remedy. You can often hit on the remedy solely from the dream. Now, one case is that I recently had a patient for whom I could not decide what the remedy was, since nothing significant could be elicited everywhere. And everything was in a compensated state. He was sitting here, a busy executive, polished, and he is a busy executive, a polished and well groomed. He said he had no problem. Everything is well, doctor, he said. What was the dream he was having? He dreamed that he was lying down with a several cobra surrounded and protecting him with their raised hood. He felt a sense of security. This recur again and again. How will you interpret this dream into the rubric? We can take dream of snakes, delusion of snakes around her. This is simple way. But I never use it because it does not represent the feeling. In this case, the feeling of fear and the need for protection. Dreams are concerned with how we feel about the situation as it is, and some dream reflect the situation as we would like it to be. This is the ideal sign. Ideal since how we would like it to be is exactly the opposite of how we think it is. So when we get dream that gives pleasure, the opposite of it is our real feeling. Only a beggar needs to dream that he is a king. The king has no such need. When somebody dreams he is a king, it means he really feels he is a beggar. Similarly, when the man is feeling that snakes are protecting him, he has a feeling of threat associated with the snake. So the fantasy is that the very snake that threaten are protecting him. This is how he would like it to be, the opposite. So I asked him what is the significance of the snake in his life, and he said that he was born under the specific star which was something to do with the snake. Somebody once told him that he should perform some ritual in order to protect himself from the influence of the snake. But doctor, I don't believe in all these things. I have no faith. I did not do anything except that once I bought a little silver snake ring and put it in the temple. Little snack and put it in the temple. But generally, I don't perform any of this ritual. Now he brought a snake made of silver and is put into the temple. Yet he say, but doctor, I don't believe. He compensate. Doctor, I don't believe in all that. The needs to say the opposite of this real nature to say, I have no fear, I have no anxiety. Thus, it is a compensated state. That means fear and anxiety are basic symptom and superstition is also the basic symptom. Thus, basic symptoms comes out in the dream in a completely naked form. The superstitions expression itself as a fear that the snake is harmful to him because he was been under the particular star and he needs protection from it. So I took the rubric fear superstition and give him rust toxicodendron. This remedy has nothing to do with the snake, nothing to do with the protection, but it has the theme of the dream. So the dream is an uncompensated picture of a man's feeling and and reactions toward those feelings, and it is also a picture of the situation which is close to the original situation from which his state comes, or it could be also be a opposite. Example, the picture of the situation in which he would like to be, which is the exact opposite of the situation when he imagine he is. Now under label basic dreams and situational dreams, I started using dream and I must say that it has revealed me much more than I ever expected before. Here I would like to differentiate between what I call a basic dream and what I call a situational dream. The situational dream is one which occurs only as a reaction to the particular situation in life. So you had an experience today and the way you felt about that experience occur in your dream. That is the situational dream. For example, you had appear for examination and you felt very shaky about it, and then you had a dream that you are in a mountain and you are trying to come down. It is not dangerous and you are trying to keep your balance. At last you come down and you are safe. The theme of this dream is fear of high place, fear of going downward, fear of falling, fear of losing control, element from anticipation. All these are symptoms, and all these are symbolized by the mountain and the need to come to the safe place and cross the danger. Fear of high place is a fear of danger place. Going downward towards a safe place is fear of downward motion. This is how exam seems to dreamer, and it is the theme of Jalsemium. But just as we show that the delusion can be basic delusion or the situational delusion, in the same way the dreams can also reveal the elements which are basic to a person and elements which express the basic nature in particular situation. For example, we have fear of failure shown in the dream, but it is not necessary that the remedy is Gelsemium. We have to examine more deeply. Why is the person having such fear of failure? Underlying this fear may be anxiety about one's image, or fear about achievement, or a great sensitivity to reprimand, or even a fear of poverty. So, dream that comes up as a response to the particular situation, even though they are uncompensated feeling in that particular situations, may not be represent the basic nature of the person. They may represent only the expression in the particular situation. What is basic dream? Those dreams that are repetitive. Those dreams that comes without any situation on that particular day, or those dreams which can be no way be connected to the existing current situation. When we ask the patient about his dream, we must try to see if they are a basic dream. Only through the repeated explanations dream can we infer their significance and understand the feeling behind them. These feelings have to be confirmed as a part of patient's basic state, and not merely something that appear in one or two situations. They should be found in a patient as a permanent and personality in a chronic, even part of the personality shows a part of the personality in a chronic case. Even if in a heavy compensated form, the dream will give you the hint to look for these symptoms, whether in a compensated or uncompensated form, and to examine various situations in his life, especially situation of stress, and also examine his socio-cultural background, so that you can get some idea of the compensated aspect of his life. Now, under label symbolic dream, as I have already indicated, I do not open the dream chapter of the repertoire to look for the specific type of dream. However, there is one exception to this, and these are the dreams that I see as highly symbolic. In such a dream, absolutely no feeling are involved, but once one symbol appear again and again. For example, water. There is no feeling, there is no fear. They may see snack, but there is no feeling. In earlier dream, there was the theme of protection. This is not there now, just snack. The dream may be of houses, fruits, dead bodies, or funeral, wedding. When we find these symbolic dreams, especially the one where there are no associated feeling, and this symbol is repeated again and again, then they are the part of the universal symbol. We may not fully understand them. There may be the many theories about them. However, these symbols are available directly in the dream chapter and can be used without theorizing. Unless the dream are of this type, symbolic dream, I do not use the dream chapter much.